We're muted. Good
Yeah,
morning.
we're muted. It's because we could hear the tapping in the background. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had an amazing holiday. We missed the last couple weeks. We kind of took a vacation from doing our Monday lives. So we're so happy to be back this morning. Let us know down below where you're viewing from. We always like to see who you guys are and what you're up to. And today we're talking about bookkeeping. This is a great topic coming into 2025. We've got our taxes coming up and all of those things. Hopefully you've been keeping things updated. And if you haven't, or if you're just starting, we are covering just kind of some simple tricks to do it yourself using Google Sheets. If we haven't met before, my name's Melinda and this is Andrea, and we run Spreadsheetables, where we teach you guys to create and monetize Google Sheets. So you will notice everything relates to Google Sheets that we talk about here. And we cater to, digital product sellers, coaches, course creators, all of those people looking to either streamline their business or use Google Sheets to grow their business. So maybe they're using Google Sheets to get more leads, or they're using it as digital products that are standalone, or they pair them with courses and all of that stuff. And what that does is add a lot of incredible value to the incredible knowledge and skill set that you already have. So it's kind of this, great tie-in to build on your skill sets and show people what you have to offer. So we're happy to have you here. If you are a VIP member, you've already got an easy bookkeeping spreadsheet in the vault for you. And also, if you go to Etsypreneur, there is a more elaborate bookkeeping spreadsheet that's specific to, pulling your Etsy reports and that kind of stuff. So you can check that out. For CEO members, there is the financial module where you can go in there and grab the bookkeeping spreadsheet there. So but today we're kind of going to bounce around like from scratch, being able to pull a report, doing some quick formulas to grab those numbers for yourself. So if you don't have a bookkeeping spreadsheet, you can most certainly do that at home, all by yourself. So with bookkeeping, of course, it's super important, not just because, tax time comes and, oh my goodness, I haven't done it all year and I need to submit something. But it's also important to know your numbers so that you can make decisions with your business as you go along. So one thing that it helps Andrea and I and any other business is identify trends in your business. So for example, I've been tracking results of our ads, and that's related to financial because we're spending money and, okay, what kind of revenue are we making each of those days? And it's kind of neat to see that it really fluctuates. One day it will be great for revenue, and the next day there will be no sales. And so this is a new ad and it fluctuates like that. So you kind of notice that trend or that cycle. And that's important to know so that when we hit that day of no sales, I'm not turning off my ad, I'm not panicking. I know that it's part of that cycle. And so the same thing with your business, if you're selling digital products or I don't know, you have a specific niche and, you find you hit a certain month and, you're worried about, oh my goodness, my business is crashing, everything's coming to an end. But if you're tracking those numbers, you can look back at last year and be like, oh yeah, I had this slump. It's like normal for my business. So that's one thing for trends. And then also, of course, your expenses. So expenses can definitely creep up on us, especially if you're a lot of us were all digital entrepreneurs. So your expenses tend to be less than if you were in some other different industries. But sometimes we like to buy things, right? We're buying memberships, we're buying products, we're doing all of these things. And each month or however often you want to do it, you should be looking at those things that you're buying. And is it bringing your business value or you on a personal level for your growth? And so that's where bookkeeping is also important. And then also realizing when you need to maybe make changes or pivot. For example, maybe you've exhausted your existing audience with the offers that you have. So, okay, now we need to create more offers, or we need to get more like a bigger audience. So start growing our leads or doing both of those at the same time. So numbers are really important. That's what we're pushing here with Google Sheets, because that's what helps you. And we get asked a lot how often to update your bookkeeping spreadsheets. So this is a very personal preference for what people want to do for updating. I definitely wouldn't say leave it the whole year because then you're not seeing those trends or reacting to business like you need to be. A lot of people go with every month they go in and update, and that seems to be pretty good for a lot of businesses. Some businesses that get into quite a bit higher revenue or like really high expenses, or they have a lot of money in ads every week, they're going to be really looking at that a lot more frequently. And also it could fluctuate. So Andrea and I, we would try and update every month, but then also during a launch or really important time, we're going in and looking at things every single day to make sure everything's running smoothly. So it all depends if you're launching, if you're not launching, and then how frequent your business transactions are happening. So I think we will dive into, Andrea's going to show us a little bit about grabbing reports from a system. And of course, we can't do that live with you because it would reveal people's personal information. So Andrea has some screenshots she can show you of like where you're grabbing those reports. We use like Funnel Gorgeous, PayPal, Stripe, and Etsy, and all of those have the capability of pulling a report and then popping it into a Google Sheet and then using some simple formulas to figure out what your sales have been. So I'll let Andrea share her screen. She just got
I'm still a hot mess from from it all.
Are you ready? Andrea just got a like 3-screen attachment thingy. I guess not 3-screen, 2, right? So she's got her laptop and
I
then
have 4 now.
Oh, you have 4.
I have 4.
You have like a big desktop above?
Yeah, so for Christmas, my husband gave me a, I think it's called a screen extender. So on my laptop, I have 2 screens off to the side. It kind of like hangs on the laptop, and then there's 2 here, and then I have my main one, which is like a bigger one up top. And actually, it's funny because Mac wouldn't support all 4, like, the 3 extra screens connected. So I had to get like a dock. But now it arrived like this weekend, so I'm still like getting used to it. It's like here.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy, but I love it. It's so easy. Like, you have one thing open here and then the other here and the other here, and then you're working on the main one. It's really good. I highly recommend it. I mean, if I could have like 4 more, that would be great.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what you do with all those screens. I definitely love 2. So if I'm working on a Google Sheet and I'm struggling with a formula or an app script, I can have ChatGPT open and then troubleshoot, because then I can, be referencing cells and things like that. Because we've talked about it before in the past. When you're using ChatGPT, the more specific you are, the better, because it's going to give you the exact formula. So why not give it the exact cells you're in, the tab names, like all of that information. So you it's a lot easier than flipping back and forth between 2 things. So
yeah, definitely for referencing cells. That's what. I use sorry, we're way off topic here, but I'm just getting my stuff ready. I have like when we're actively like talking and brainstorming, I have you like the WhatsApp on one screen, and then I have the the ChatGPT on another. Those are my 2 main ones. They stay off to the side because the side ones are smaller. So, and then I have my Google Sheet in here, and then the other one down here. So it's really, really, really good.
It's impressive.
Okay, so let me see. Where do I begin? Bookkeeping. Okay, I'm gonna share myself if I can. I'm just trying to not share personal information in here.
And the VIPs, if you're going in to grab the Etsy bookkeeping one, the easiest to find it is going to the roadmap, and then you'll see a link there for it. Andrea's included a link straight to like how to pull Etsy reports if you guys are looking for that information.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So The way that we do the bookkeeping for us, we try to keep up every month, but sometimes it doesn't really happen. Let's be honest. But I have been working on an SOP for pulling the information because, like Mel said, we have information from, bank account. We have information coming from Stripe. We have information coming from PayPal. And then we have information coming from Etsy. So there's like, we have a lot of different places that we get income from. So it was a lot of moving pieces. So then I ended up creating a bookkeeping SOP. I can share this with you guys. Let me make sure there's no personal data here. Um, it's just numbers. It should be okay. Just don't want to share anybody's name. Okay, so let me share this first one here with you guys. So this is which one do I share? Hold on, too many. Where's the spreadsheet? I can't find it. Okay, no, it's not spreadsheet. No, it's the SOP. Okay, here we go. So this is our SOP for the bookkeeping. And this is very specific to our business because we pull the reports from the places that we do make the sales at. But then we highly recommend you creating. You can get inspired by ours and then create your own, because that's going to really make your bookkeeping process at the end of every month. If you can keep up with that, it's like a 10 minutes thing, right? You just have to go in, download the reports, make sure everything is matching, and then you update your spreadsheet. So this is the bookkeeping spreadsheet that we have in the vault. We use a different one, but it's still in testing, so I'm not going to go over that one just yet, but you can enter that information in here. So then you would enter the date, for example, for the month, and then add your category, your income, if it's coming from, Etsy, it could be your membership. So for example, Stripe, I would enter something like, let's say, I like to enter like the last day of the month for, let's do back last year. So you always want to do the bookkeeping for the year, for the month that has passed already. So you already have all your reports done. You already have, there's nothing, you don't have to come back and pull extra reports. So just make sure that the month is done. Usually we do that by the beginning of the following month. So either the first, the second, somewhere in that first week of the new month. And then you select like transaction type, the category, it's going, let's say, membership, right? So I'm going to show you a screenshot from the Stripe. So one of the reports that we pull from is from Stripe. Two things. There is you can have your sales tracker. That's one thing. Now your income report is going to be another one, because the income report, you're going to have deducted already, the fees and all that stuff. So you just want to make sure that sales is one thing. Sales will give you the overview of like how many sales you made, how much revenue came in from the sales, and which products sold best. And then the bookkeeping part is how much money is, in your bank account, how much money did you pay in fees. So you can actually report that to the government, right, on your tax time. So two different things. Like the government doesn't care when it comes to tax time. They don't really care like which product you sold, how many of your membership you sold, how many of whatever. They don't care about that. They just care about that number, that final number, how much money came into your account and how much money you are paying for expenses and stuff. I mean, the expenses is just a deductible, so it's really for you to reduce your, how much taxes you're paying. So let me show you here. So let's say this is the report I pulled from Stripe. Let me move this screenshot over here. So let's see. Make sure there's no numbers. Okay. So you're going to get the month. You go to, this is Stripe. So you go to the menu on the side over here. You're going to see reports. And then you're going to go to balance summary. You're going to select the report called balance summary. And then this is going to show you the activity. So then here it's going to show you the gross amount. So this is how much money came in, and then how many refunds you had, and then additional Stripe fees is these two you're gonna sum. So fees and additional Stripe fees, those are your expenses. It's going to come out of the total money that came in. So this is the gross amount. So let's say, for that month of December, you had I don't know, you sold $10,000, right? And then out of that $10,000, the refunds are going to come out, the fees are going to come out, and these fees are going to come out too. So it's total minus this minus the refunds. So this is where you would find that. Um, and then you would enter in your bookkeeping spreadsheet. Here you're going to enter the Stripe. So you see here how I have, I have the month. This is income. This is my category. So it was my income was from the membership. But then this one will be Stripe, and then I would have one here for PayPal as well. Because those are the two payment processors that we have. So let's say I had, let's say you're going to enter the gross amount in here. So let's say this, and then these are income. I always put this at the end of the month, so I know. So then here it would be expenses. And then let me see here. Do I have anything fee? Payment processing fees. So then I would have Stripe and PayPal. So let's say the payment processing fees for this one was 500, this one was 100. And then on your report, which is the final number that the taxes really care about, is this number right here. So you had a total of 15,000 in income for December, and then you are going to be deducting from that amount this, and then this is the amount that you are going to be paying taxes on. So if you are, we're all self-employed over here, we don't really have nothing, like we don't have a paycheck to be, have money taken out of. So from that amount, you can go ahead and calculate in here, like how much is the total that you want to be saving, when tax time comes. So let's say you're going to get this amount, and then times how much would you say? 30%? 30%?
Yeah, I think so.
30%? Okay, I can edit it here. So this is the total amount. Is that correct, the number? I think so, right?
The 30%? That's
Yeah.
the number I use. Like,
there we go.
Canada.
So that means that if this was your revenue, not your revenue, your profit for December, that means you would have to save this amount of money. That's a lot of money. You would have to save this amount of money for tax time. And then you can copy this formula over here. And then here you can do a sum. So equal sum. And then if you do this every month, there is no, when it comes tax time, then this would be, oh my gosh, stop showing this. This would be the total that you would have to have saved for, to pay on the tax time. So this is basically the bookkeeping part. Now here, go back into the SOP. So I have monthly bookkeeping SOP. So I linked to the bookkeeping spreadsheet that we use, and then I have here how to record all financial records. Transactions from digital records will be recorded on this spreadsheet, and then here I have the bank account. So we're just going to pull the information here. This link takes me straight to the activity report at our bank, and then this is the bank statement sheet. So I enter all the information, because you can get, I think you can get a PDF from the bank, but I like to save everything as a CSV. So I have one for the whole year in there. If we ever need to go back and, reference something in expense that we had, we can use that spreadsheet. And then here, how to categorize the transactions. Here we have, what else? I'll download the bank statements. So I do also save the bank statements as a PDF, and I add to the Google Drive, and then I link to the bookkeeping. So It's basically like all the information in there. If we ever, tax time come and then we need to um, go back and consult something, we don't have to go back to the bank and everything. You can just pull that information right there in the spreadsheet. Cash flow report, save. So I have, you can see here on my SOP, it literally breaks down step by step what I have to do, because there's a lot of information. There's so many moving pieces. And then this just makes it a lot easier for me to, like, I don't have to think what I have to do next. So it just saves me a lot of brain time, and then it makes it the task is just like makes it a lot much faster than I would be if I had to, like, okay, what do I do next now? And then save here, and then everything, like save bank statement in this folder, right? So we have a folder just for bank statements. Add the shared link on this spreadsheet, and then for this spreadsheet, I link directly to the cell. I can't open that, but it goes directly to the cell, not even the tab, not even the spreadsheet. It goes exactly what I have to be to enter that information there, because there's a lot of tabs in there. So again, just skipping all the the how do you say, like, is it here, is it not here, like you're not second guessing yourself for where to put the information, because everything is just a bunch of numbers. I don't know about you, but my brain, like when I see a bunch of numbers, it's mush. So I don't do numbers very well. So I have to have everything like down to the science of like where you have to put information. And then here again, the stripe. So open this stripe report. This will take me straight to where I have to go to download the stripe report. Again, the balance summary that I showed on the screenshot. And then scroll down to balance change from activity, blah, blah, blah. So it has all these numbers. And then how to record that information in the spreadsheet. And then I have the PayPal, right? So open this PayPal statement report. So you can see here that everything is laid out as I have to do. And then here's how to record information. So again, PayPal has, PayPal fees, the revenue gross amount, the refunds. We pay PayPal reports more annoying than the Stripe one. So then, like, if we pay affiliates from PayPal, so then you have to find, they have a certain way to name things, like the way they come out of the report. And depending where you go, it's like sometimes it's called express checkout, sometimes it's called mass payment, sometimes it's called, it depends on like how you do the transaction in PayPal. Then you're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to download. That's why you got to do it monthly, because then it's fresh in your mind. You're like, okay, what happened? What was this transaction, right? Sometimes you're like, I have no idea. Like, I don't remember what transaction that was. If you come back, if you have to remember something from last January, right? If you're doing your taxes now from January. So then it's like, just try to do it monthly, make an SOP, just do, it's like literally 10 minutes. And then see here, like you have filter subscription payment. So this is all the amounts that we get from membership. Then you have like the PayPal refunds, and then I have all these screenshots, like how is it gonna look when I am looking for that information. So I'm gonna filter here. This is how I am going to the spreadsheet. I'm gonna put the filter in there. I'm gonna filter for all the refunds, right? So then you can sum this column over here and then enter in the spreadsheet. And then same thing here, like the mass payment. So there's a bunch of stuff that that shows up differently every time. And that's about it. This is our SOP for the bookkeeping. And again, the more you do it, the faster. Like I found that sometimes, like when I wait too long, it just takes me it takes like time to warm up the car, and then you have to remember everything. But yeah, but if you do this every month, then it should be no problem. Now, this is the bookkeeping part, right? So this is how you download all your reports. Now for the sales, something completely different. I'm just gonna cover real quick. I'm not gonna show any spreadsheets that we have because of the personal information, but we have a report that we pull from Funnel Gorgeous, right? So let me close it here. You could also, is it this one? Okay, so this is, no, this is from Stripe. So if you want to download the transactions from Stripe for your sales report, if you don't have a platform that, you're selling stuff, if you sell straight from Stripe, I think they have like a payment link. This is how the report will look like. So you have, the ID, the transaction ID, the date created, the amount, if anything was refunded, if it captured. So, for example, the true means that the payment was successful. The false means that the payment failed. So you can see here the decline reason. Here in the description, it will show if it was a subscription update, which means it's a recurring revenue. If it shows like this, it means that it's a new customer. They just bought the product. Then you have the fee right here, how much fee is coming out from each transaction. Here you can see their status, paid or failed. Now, this information you're going to enter in a sales tracker. We have also a sales tracker in the vault. I am working on a new one, like a more with a better dashboard. But this is all to show you. I'm trying to find, where's the report from Full of Gorgeous. Let's see here. Just want to show you the other report from our other platform. Because for the sales, we don't pull the report from, is this one? No. We don't pull the report from Stripe. We like to pull the report from Thunder Gorgeous, which is the platform that we sell directly. Do you have the report in there, Ma? I don't know where it went.
The one I shared with you?
Yeah. Oh, I have the spreadsheet. Hold on. Just don't wanna...
Do you have it?
Yes. Did it? This doesn't have the names. Okay. So this is how we pull the sales from Funnel Gorgeous, and then you can see here it will show customer name and customer email. So I'm just showing the reports just to show you that no matter what platform you use, no matter what payment processor you use, they are all going to have the main information that you need. So they're going to have a transaction ID. This will vary, the names, all the names will vary here. So order ID, transaction ID, sales ID, whatever it's called. Usually it's like over here to the left. And then you have customer name, customer email, phone number, or no phone number. Stripe didn't have that. Stripe didn't even have their names. So they only have their emails. The payment method, and then the total discount. If they used any coupon, the discount's going to show over here. It's going to show the coupon code in here. So all this information, and then here you have like live mode. This one succeeded, this one failed. So then you can filter. If you're going to enter that in your sales tracker, you want to filter the raw report before you move this information to your sales tracker. So in here, I would just do live mode. I would do yes, because the other ones are test. And then here I'm going to do only the succeeded. So I just want to see the people that did pay, the transaction went through, everything went fine. And then here you have transaction date. So I like the Funnel Gorgeous report because it also pulls, the source. Where is it? Here. The source name. So this tells me exactly where the sale come from. So here was this funnel, and then here it was this funnel. Usually it doesn't, my report doesn't show up like this. I think it was just transferring information, but it shows exactly the funnels in here. So like this one came from this funnel, this one came from this funnel. And this is good to have. This is all strategy. So the new sales report that I'm making, it has all of this for you to see which funnel of yours is performing best, right? Or which source. So in the sales tracker, on the source for the sale, if it's a funnel, you're going to enter which funnel it come from. If if you sold it from Etsy, you're just gonna type in the source name. You're just gonna type Etsy, so you know that that amount, that sale came from Etsy, and that sale came from the Spreadsheet Hub membership funnel. That sale came from the CEO membership funnel, right? Um, and then here, every report will have the date. So the date's right here. What else? Every report will have the total amount. So here you will see um, the total that they paid. Here is whatever discount they had. The sales tracker will pull all of that information. So, for example, I think I have which if a coupon was used or which coupon was used, so you can see like are people taking you up on your coupon offer, or and then from there you can go further, right? So you can see, okay, this person used coupon. If it's a membership, did they stay next month? How long did they stay in the membership for, right? Is the coupon just attracting people that will come in, grab the deal, in our case grab the spreadsheets, right? Or just like take a peek inside of the membership and leave. So these are all strategies that you can use all this data for, to just make sure that you're improving, you know, your strategy, so you can actually scale and grow. So yeah, basically that's that. So just make sure, and then on the sales tracker that I think I'm gonna be fixing that, and it's gonna be launching in February. um so that one, you can see all the information in the dashboard. You can see your highest performance, how do you call it? Highest sales day, which day you had the highest sales, which day you had the highest revenue. You can have all of this information in the spreadsheet. Just, you can do whatever information you want, really. uh, and this is why you pull that information from the reports in there. So two different things. If you are doing bookkeeping spreadsheet, pull the information directly for the source that you get the money from, in this case the payment processors. And if you're tracking sales, then you're going to pull the report from the platform that you do make the sales on. So that's about it. I know that's a lot of mumbo jumbo here, but this is we realized that it's really important for us, because as we were doing our forecasting for, our planning for the year of 2025, we realized that we needed to know the numbers that we had last year, so we could actually, have our baseline of how much money, if we don't change anything in our business, if we continue doing the same strategies, what is our baseline? How many sales did we have? Which months perform best, right? And then from there, you can be like, okay, so maybe November was a highest sale month, right? Because it was Black Friday. So what could we do best in there? And then for the months that had the lowest sale, what could we do on that month that we could have higher sales this year? And then, all of those are strategies so you can actually, grow and scale your business and have more revenue.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Phew. That's a lot, but it's great for the start of the year, I think, to talk about that topic so that you can start the year fresh. Also get ready for tax time, but start your year fresh. To be honest, last year I left it the entire year, and then it took me like 2 or 3 like painful weeks to piece it all together, and it was a disaster, especially with those like one-off expenses. If you're not keeping them anywhere, you kind of have to remember and then go find them, and going through all of the bank accounts, and like if you have multiple credit cards, you're like searching for it. It was a real pain. So that's why we send a reminder now every month in the VIP program to make sure you guys are updating, because it's not fun if you leave it for too long. So
yeah, it's hard to remember. I mean, if you don't know, I don't know. I even have like, even sometimes even the month, like, we have some transactions. It's very like random, and they're like, I don't know what this was for.
yeah, it's those random ones that you talk about. Like if you're paying somebody regularly every month, okay, you're going to remember those things, but it's like the random ones that get lost, right? you don't want to be you want to be lowering the amount that you have to pay taxes on. So
Yeah.
if you guys already want done spreadsheets, you can go to spreadsheetables.com/CEO. There's a financial module in there with a easy bookkeeping spreadsheet in there for digital entrepreneurs if you want to check that out. All right. Awesome. We will see you guys next week.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.